Yeah. Since 2019, we've been building mindset and purpose for real estate agents, entrepreneurs, leaders, people becoming more than they were yesterday.
Monday through Friday we rise. We win the morning, we win the mind. Faith over fear, pressure into purpose. Confidence built through the work. Something good is gonna happen to me. Something good is gonna happen to me. I don't need all the answers, I just need belief. Becoming who I'm called to be. Making impact bigger than me. God first, doubt steps back. When it gets heavy, we figure it out. You're not here by accident, you're part of the story. Stepping strong, stepping faith. Let's get your mindset right.
Where's that audio button? I gotta switch this. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to you all. What up, Dan? Danny's in the house. Danny, I just never know what in the world Danny's doing. Like, she just has instruments over there. She's wearing a very unique hat, but I love it. I love what you got going on over there, Danny. One day I want to go with you to work because it seems like it's a lot of fun there. It's much different than what I have to deal with. So come on, video. Well, come on, video. I want to see at least 10 more people on video this morning. I want to see you on video. Look at, I got Jackie's son here. I mean, he's on video. He's got his baseball gear on. What up, D? Chet in the house. Good morning to you. What up, Sherry? Jennifer just got out of the gym. I can just tell. I can tell. Fran, there you go, Fran. See, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine just being on there. Come on, Stacy. What do you got? Louie, what up, brother? Good morning to you. Kevin, what up, man? Good morning to you. We got to talk later, Kevin. I got Kevin on my list. Jamie Knight, guys. I got to do a podcast with that guy yesterday. He's got an amazing podcast. Our session won't be out until like next week, but he brings on amazing people. He does his, I think Mondays at 5 a.m. He's very like, I love the way he does his, and he's got like really great content because he's all about tactical stuff. Jamie, throw your link in there so people can get your YouTube, your podcast, because I just think we were talking about like listening, your YouTube University, your podcast car, like all these really great things you could be listening to while you're driving around. So Jamie, throw that in the chat. Everybody else say good morning in the chat. Mr. John Hart, good morning to you, John Hart. Hunter, I just get excited when I see Hunter's over here. Good morning to you, Jesse. Good morning to you all. Dr. B. Ooh, we got a doctor in the house. Now I'm getting real nervous, getting serious. Joseph's here. First time seeing Joseph. Good morning. Say good morning in the chat. I'm watching the chats. I'm watching it. Good morning from Lafayette. Good morning from Marietta. It just seems French. Seems French, don't you think, D? I don't know about you, but it does to me. So, Michelle, I hope you had a wonderful birthday. Happy birthday to Michelle. Before I get crazy in our affirmation, for some of you that are new, Kat, better say Jared's in here too. Get serious. Jared, Dennis, Antoinette, Tina. This year, some of you, this is your first time being on here, and I just get excited. Manuel is one of our regulars. He's always on here. What up, Stephanie? Before we get into it, I gotta ask you all a serious question. Chet told me that I could ask this question. Chet's like, yeah, we can ask that question. I need to know. You're gonna put ME in the chat. I also got a big announcement that we're doing too, so stick tight at the end here. Put me in the chat. Put me in the chat if you are willing to really be honest with yourself and for me to kind of lean into today. Put me in the chat if you're willing to be honest with yourself. Don't BS yourself. If you're gonna BS yourself, just come off, just go back, to not being on video. Just like it's fine to be here, but just I don't like because I just want to see who really is going to be honest with themselves and okay, it might offend you. You might get a little ticked off. You might be like, he's so mean. I can't believe he's, I just want to know who I'm dealing with today in the morning. Cause Jared, sometimes I found out that Jared likes it when I curse at him. Let's just be honest. Jared likes it when you get, Fran likes it too. Where's Latrice? There's a couple people on here. They like a little intensity in the huddle. I was one of those people too. I like it when somebody tells me certain things. Okay. I'm not too sure about John Hart. Sometimes I think he's part of it, but sometimes I don't. So it's like not see, I didn't think so. See, John Hart, him and I give him love. I gotta give John Hart love. Jared, you gotta give him the middle finger and be like, go over there, Jared. Monica, we're not too sure yet. We're still working through Monica. All right, good. We got a lot of me's in here. Some of you, Kevin Stevens even put me. Good. Now I want to take that energy and let's get to the affirmation. Let's get to the affirmation while she's putting up the affirmation. Good morning, everybody. My name is Coach Brock Zevan. I'm a life coach, business coach, real estate agent, and a DAD. I actually need to start adding investor because I've been doing a lot of investing and a referring agent as well. But the wholesaling and the investing has really taken on a whole new form. So anybody interested in that, you let me know. But enough about that. You didn't come here to hear about that. You came here to get some affirmation in here. So as we all know, Jamie Knight, Joseph, good morning to you. Come off of mute. Come off of mute. Come off of mute.
Hello.
I want everybody to come off of mute. Come off of mute. And I want all of us on the count of three. I don't care where you are. You could be like Jennifer in the grocery store right now. It doesn't matter. You go to the produce section. You go tell this lady, go to the cashier, and you tell everybody right now on the count of three. We're all going to say it together. 1, 2, and 3. Something good
is going to happen to me. Something good is going to happen
through me.
Damn, that really sucked, but we'll continue on. That one was not really good at all. I'm just going to be honest with you. It seems like some of you just kind of like, ugh, I got to do this again. All right. I can't even continue on. Okay. I can't even continue on if we're going to perform like that. So Jay, bring it back up. I don't even know if Jamie even came off of mute. Some of you didn't even come off of mute. Maybe you can't talk because there's kids. I don't know, but I want everybody to come off of mute again and frickin' really feel like it. Be obsessed with it because that's the topic today is being obsessed, being on a mission, being like freaking bad out of hell. Like if this is all I got to do today, can I give it 100%? Okay. I don't even care. Bring the little kids on for crying out loud. Jay and Rika from Philippines, you guys do it too. Everybody on the count of three, bring some like you're freaking ready to go today. You're ready to crush it today. In the count of three, 1, 2, and 3.
Something good is going to happen to me. Something good is going to happen to me.
Good job.
Much better. Much better. I appreciate that all. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Just so today's topic is literally being obsessed. Okay. How many of you have been obsessed with something? Drop a 5 in the chat. You've been obsessed with something. I don't know. Maybe back in the day, obsessed with a girl. Maybe obsessed with a boy. Maybe obsessed with money. Maybe obsessed with, I don't know. And if you really know what it is, drop it in the chat. Tell us what you were obsessed with. What were you obsessed with that you really just like, I had to have it. I just became obsessed. And then I want to ask you a question of, is obsessed bad? Like, yo, man, you're obsessed. Like, Jamie, like, you need to tone it down a notch. You're a little obsessed. Do we sometimes take obsessed Chet and put it in a category that you're kind of like crazy? Like, you're obsessed with it. Like, oh, slow down. Playing music, legacy, a boy. Yeah, see, I know. I know there's boys and girls that we be obsessed with. There's a couple girls I was obsessed with. I'm like, I need to talk. Now I get obsessed with like finding people that I want to like engage with. We were talking about it on the podcast with Jamie on just being obsessed with community, obsessed with environment. Who's in your environment? Who's in your community? Write that down. Who's in your environment? Are they obsessed like you? Are they obsessed with the goals and the dreams and everything that you got? Obsessed with golf, obsessed with baseball, Genesis. I don't even know what Genesis means. Maybe the Bible. I don't know. Genesis, the game Sega Genesis, Paul. I don't know what you got over there, but you can be obsessed with anything. There's no rules on that. There's no obsessed police. But what happens is when you become obsessed. See, I was obsessed with drinking. I was obsessed with alcohol, control my life. I had to have it in some capacity, in some way. Yes or yes, you can have good obsession and bad obsession. Yes or yes, you can have good obsession or negative obsession. It is not until you pivot and understand and get clarity on what it is that you're obsessed with. So I want you to think right now what you're obsessed with. Maybe you're not even obsessed with anything. If you're not obsessed with anything, I'm going to ask some people to put their phone numbers in the chat for those that are obsessed and have some conversations. Jay, if you could put my number in the chat, because I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with working anywhere in the United States and not missing a beat. I'm obsessed that Jamie could say, Brock, come down to Louisiana and work out of my office, and I can still work down there and not miss a beat. I can go work in Hawaii and not miss a beat. I can go work at the beach today and not miss a beat. I can go work in New York and Traverse City. I can go work anywhere and I could be on an airplane. I think somebody's on an airplane right now. Alex is on an airplane. It looks like an airplane or a train. I don't know, but he's in transportation mode and he is on here. I'm obsessed with that. To me, that means freedom. I was a W-2 employee for 12 years of my life. I was a school teacher. Do you think I can go and work from the beach? All right, kids, I'm going to blow the whistle and I need you to do 12 push-ups. Like, I can't do that. But that's my obsession right now. My obsession is financially free. I don't have to worry about a bill. I don't have to worry about what my gas tank says. I don't have to worry about the grocery store. If somebody says, "Can you help me donate when I'm at the Lowe's or at the grocery store?" and the Boy Scout and the Girl Scouts are there, how many of you seen that? Drop a 5 in the chat. Like maybe you go in a different. Like, oh, I don't want to go over there. I just bought Girl Scout cookies. Oh my God, well, they're over here at they're at Walmart. They're over here at the grocery store. Like, how many of you see it? And I want to be like, I don't care. Here you go. Here's $20. Here you go. I'll do that for you. But how many of us kind of like, I don't know. I just bought some. How do you want to live financially free? Drop a free in the chat. Drop in memory of Chad free. Drop free in the chat that you want to live financially free. That you don't want to live deal to deal, paycheck to paycheck. You don't want to live in a way that I got to count my pennies. That you want to live financially free. You want to have abundance. I have news for y'all. If you're not there yet, you're not obsessed about something. You're not obsessed about being financially free. I'm going to lean into you now because we're going to talk a little bit about Jim Rohn and this seed. I'm going to give you a couple things on here this morning for those of you that like to take notes. I'm going to give you a couple quotes, and then I'm going to lead into, because this is what I've learned. This is my own studying, my own learning when I do this, is that I feel more people are obsessed with the harvest than you are with the seed. You're obsessed with the harvest more than you are with the seed, meaning you're more concerned about the result, more concerned about the end game, more concerned about the championship. Many times the Kobe Bryant and these people will say, I'm not concerned about the ring. I'm concerned about the process. I'm concerned about the person I become. Jim Rohn says it all the time. It's not the $1 million mark that you make. It's the process, the person you become along the way. I was telling some people, I think it was Jay's group here, and I asked them what book they're reading. I asked many times what people like, what book are you reading? And the reason why I ask people what book they're reading is because I never read when I was young. I thought reading was stupid. I was like, I'm not reading. What an idiot. Who reads? Boy, I was the idiot. There's many years of my life I wasn't growing my seed. How many of you feel today that you're just freaking watering some dirt? Why the hell is this not growing? Now, it all started with my son, who's going to be 8 years old. And he has planted an acorn in my backyard. And let me just tell y'all how he planted the seed was he just took like a spoon from the kitchen, took a little bit of like some dirt out, put the seed in there, covered it up. And the next day he asked me, why is it not growing, Dad? Cutest little thing. Just like Chet, we're all laughing like, idiot. It's going to be years before you're going to see that going. See, we understand that because we're adults. We get that. We've planted this seed 3 weeks ago, all. And every time I have my son, he goes out there and he takes a picture of it and sends it to Chat GPT saying, when's my plant going to grow? How much longer until I see a sprout? That's our next question. How much longer until I see a sprout, Dad? See, he understands that I plant this seed, something's going to grow. As adults, we just want to go to the produce section and pick it up. We just want to go to like the seed. Like, I don't even want to deal with the seed. I just want to get to the corn on the cob and I just want to eat it. So I want you to really lean into this very moment. I need you to become obsessed with the seed. But my first bullet point that I'm going to tell you is you need to choose your seed. You need to choose your seed. You need to figure out what the hell it is that you want to do in life. You need to understand what lane you got to stay in. You got to understand what it is that I'm really trying to produce. Am I becoming better as a spouse? Am I becoming better as in making phone calls? Am I becoming better in my skill of my language of leaving voice messages? Do I want to become financially free? Do I want to have benevolence? What in the world is it that I want to do? And some of us today might need to take a step back and be like, you know what, Michelle, I really am not too sure what I really want. How many of you been in a point in your life you're like, you're not too sure what you want anymore? Drop a 3 in the chat. If you've been like that is like you right there. That literally has been me for the last 6 months. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've had the worst financial 6 months. I've had more letters once again from the IRS because something happened in 2018 that's coming back to haunt me. I've had the FBI after me the last 6 months. I've had to go through investigations. I've had to deal with a lot of stuff that I didn't have planned on January 1st, 2026. And I started to think, man, this isn't really working out. I thought this would be a great year. I thought my divorce of 5 years was finally behind me. I paid my $76,000. I did what I was supposed to do. I'm a good guy. God, why is this happening to me? Am I talking to somebody right now? I probably got some people choked up right now because sometimes in my life, that's how I felt. April, May, June. I'm like, what the F am I doing? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing, God? Because it's not really taking care of me. I'm not even closer to where I want to be. I actually feel further back. But I knew that I had to keep showing up. And once I understood that I want to work and I want to be financially free and I want to work anywhere in this country, I got to do things a little differently. So I decided to, number 2, plant the seed. So once you figure out where your seed is, don't worry, it will eventually come. Whether you pray about it, you talk to other people, you got your community. Planting the seed is the first action. And once you have action, you create clarity. It gives you a little direction. I'm done talking about it. I'm done thinking about it. I'm done playing around about it. I'm freaking taking action today. Drop a me in the chat if you're willing to take action today. Drop a me in the chat. For those of you last week, we talked about I'm on a mission. Drop a me in the chat. It's like, that is me. I'm done effing around. I needed to hear this today. This was for me today. Whether anybody was else in the room, I don't really care. This is what I needed to hear today. John's out there in the middle of the forest in Pennsylvania, freaking grinding, pounding nails, and he's like, that's me. I on purposely bought an investment property, and this is what I'm doing with it. That's what I love about some of your stories, all because you're freaking taking action. He's literally out there right now in the middle of the freaking woods doing it. Now, number 3, this is a pain in the ass. Okay, number 3, this one's pain. Preface, put asterisk, pain in the ass part. I gotta water it daily. I have to water it daily, Joseph. This is the hardest part. The hardest part is watering it daily, and then you need to become obsessed with watering it. You got to be obsessed with going to the gym. You got to be obsessed with doing crazy things. And when you're obsessed, nothing gets in your way. Jamie and I were talking about that yesterday on the podcast. It's just being like, basically, no more excuses. The buck stops with me. There has to be a bigger reason for me to do whatever it is that I'm doing. We talked about it. Literally, it's still on the ground here. But like, whatever it is, mine happens to be my kids. Why? Is because I was in hell when they were born. I was drunk as a skunk when Brielle was born in the hospital. Freaking drunk off my ass, acting like an idiot. And I remember it. Laura's pissed at me, but I didn't care because I had my beer. There's not a day that typically goes by they don't think about these things. So why my kids more to me is because I knew what type of person I was. Really bodacious for you. The next one, not only do you get watering, but then you got to go out there. And I remember my dad, I grew up in upstate New York. We had 50 acres. And when you see gardens here, all the garden up there was like freaking like tractor size, like out for hours. And he would say, Brock, I need you to go weed. I hated weeding because of freaking, if anybody been upstate New York and the mosquitoes in the middle of summer, it's like infested. And I used to have to take soup cans. This is how I got strong. People always be like, how'd you get so strong? I had to take 5-gallon buckets of water, carrying them out to the garden, into the fields, into like an endless pit that seemed like the longest nature walk ever. And I'd have to take 2 scoops of water, Brock, 2 scoops of water, 1 water, 2 water. Here we go. That's what I used to do to all the different plants. Weeding. So I had to tend to the soil. Number 4 is tend to the soil. Number 5 is pulling the weeds. You got to pull the weeds all. The weeds are just distractions. They're the phone calls. They're the social media. They're the somebody's pissing you off. They're the people that are I love my son to death, but he's like, Dad, can we play? Dad, can we tickle? Dad, can we go to the store? Dad, can we do this? Love him. It's the person asking me to do something over here. It's the person, my cell phone. It's the social media. It's the TikTok. It's the Instagram. There's nothing wrong with that stuff, but it's all in good time. There's a time and place, but these weeds are distractions. Maybe I'm scared of rejection. I don't want to pick up and call Fizbos. I don't want to do expireds. Jamie and I had literally a script of expired yesterday. And I was like, oh, I love it. Why? Because I love expireds. Yeah, that's such a good perspective. Why do I love going into these investment properties and helping people? Is because they're in financial despair. They're behind in their taxes, forbearances. They haven't done this. Their house is in disarray, and I get to go help them. It's all about perspective. Next is you got to protect the field. Meaning, how many of us have animals, or you see scarecrows in the middle of like a big a garden? You're protecting it. We used to put fencing around it. I remember we used to have to put chicken wire around it so the rabbits wouldn't get the lettuce. See, I'm from upstate New York, all farmland. I lived on a farm for 19 years of my life. You have to protect it. You protect your children. I want you to write this down. Protect my time. I need to protect my time. No matter what takes place, you cannot go and be like, you know what, Chet, And I just ran out of time today. I'm just going to go to Amazon and just go buy another hour real quick. I'm just going to go to Amazon. I got that Amazon gift card. Can't do that. People look at you like, idiot. No, you can't. You're so stupid, right? Because you can't do that. Now, here's the other thing. This is the big one. This one's going to go a little spiritual here real quick. Number 7 is you have to trust what's happening underground. See, right now, I was telling Bryce, we were talking, and he's like, Dad, the sprout's not growing. I said, it is, buddy, but it's growing the other direction right now. It has to grow down before it can grow up. I'm going to say that again. It has to grow down before it can grow up. You have to go down before you can go up. You have to be buried in the soil where it's dark, it's miserable, it's nobody's around. Sometimes it's dry. Sometimes you have too much water. Sometimes it's just rocks in there. You have to grow down to get the roots first before you can start to grow up and see what's out there, see the possibilities. But that is how roots are done. That is how seeds are done. So you have to trust that it's growing underground. And number 8, no matter what takes place, I've never once have met a farmer say his success was halfway through the growth season, I went back out to all the seeds and I dug them up just to make sure that they were okay. You can't go back and dig them up to check the situation. You have to trust the process. You have to trust the process. You have to have faith that somehow, some way, it is going to go. Number 9, you have to respect the season, meaning you have to understand that whatever season I'm in, I'm going to get through it. I say poor is a mindset, broke is a season. No matter what season you're in, you got to understand that it will go, it will pass. Still to this day, there are no hurricanes in 2025. No matter how bad they were, the Hurricane Helene is still not in Nashville. The hurricane of last year is still not down in Florida. It is not in Louisiana. It is not out in the Atlantic Ocean. It is past. No matter how catastrophic it was, it will pass. No matter what situation you have in your life, it will pass. And no matter what takes place after summer, 100%, I put it on my life of my children that after summer comes fall. And after fall comes winter. And you have a chance to rebirth and regrow and reset. It's just how the seasons play. So you can prepare for your harvest. And you might say it's too late. It's not too late. It's not. You know that the harvest is coming, but you got to plant the seed first. And here's what you can control. I'm going to leave you with this. In life, we can control the seed that we plant. We can control our performance on how we live and show up every single day. We can control whether or not we're going to repeat it. We control whether or not the people that we allow in our environment, whether we're going to dig it back up again. We can control our weeding. We can control the watering. It's all up to you on whether or not you're going to show up every single day. If you're looking for a good story, write down the Chinese bamboo tree and go listen to the YouTube video, the Chinese bamboo tree. It's probably one of the greatest videos I've learned is because I have to go and I have to water that damn thing every single day, every frickin' day. And it might not show up in a month, a year, 2 years. But I know that if I don't show up, it'll never happen. And so today I challenge you to plant that seed, to take action in some capacity, in some way. I want you to do that. If you're willing to do that, today, I want you to put your first name in the chat. Yeah, this is something different. We never put our first name, so you're going to have to think about your first name. If you're willing to do this today, that I'm freaking going to plant a tree, I want you to put your first name in this chat that I'm taking ownership. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to start this season. I'm going to take these steps, and I'm going to be obsessed with the seed and not the harvest, because we know the harvest will come if we plant the seed. And I'm willing to water, I'm willing to weed, I'm willing to remove the distractions. Today's the day that I start. Now, why do I lead up to this? Because I'm very thankful and blessed, because I told this guy that I'm like, listen, I'm going to ask you some crazy questions because I want to know about some of the stuff you've been in. If you want to be put on this calendar on a special day, we will send you a calendar invite so you don't miss it. Put your email in the chat now. I'm very blessed that Tamir, the CEO of my company at Real, the guy that just dropped $580 million to get Remax, and boy, oh boy, we are going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about some figured out moments on this day in 2 weeks on July 24th. Invite whoever it is that you want to invite. But I've been able to hear some of his stories. I've been able to hear some of the things that he talked about. Him and I have some divorce sharing that we did. I was able to share a stage with him, and I had a heart to heart on several things. He wins the battle on how much it cost. I'll give him that one. But I'm going to ask him some questions. I'm going to ask him what he's got going on in the real estate world. What does the forecast look like? What are some things going from your perspective of somebody in your level? What is it? What are you figuring out? What are we going to figure out in the future? How the hell what was your process like? So if you want to be on that, put your email in the chat and we will make sure that we will put your calendar invite in there. I ask you that if you know somebody else that needs to be part of it, that you send us a message or you get us to them so that way we can put their calendar invite that we're doing on July 24th at 8:15. It'll probably run 45 minutes just because the person he is, and I want to ask him a lot of some deeper questions. If there's people in your life that you're like, you need to be a part of this, please send it to them. So that's July 24th. Guys, I appreciate you all being on here. If you got something out of today, I want to in some capacity, in some way. So guys, it is 8:49. I went 4 minutes over, so I appreciate everybody being on here. God bless you all. Thank you all so very much for being on here. I saw all your first names, so I'm glad we got something out of here. Guys, plant your seed today. I look forward to hearing from you. If I can help you in any single way, in any capacity that you might be, maybe one of your things was to have a conversation with me, I will put my phone number in the chat. My phone number is there. Feel free to call me, text me, whatever it is, DM me. God bless you all. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:15 Eastern time. Invite somebody to the show in some capacity, in some way. I appreciate you all. God bless you. See ya.